Good afternoon and welcome back to another all-access look at the Hackley and Hume Historic Site. My name is Erin Schmitz and I'm the program manager here at the Hackley and Hume Historic Site. And today we're going to be taking a behind-the-scenes look right through the door behind me, which leads to the Hume House basement. Today the basement is used for our workshop for our preservation and maintenance team. So we want to show you all about it today. Welcome to the Hume basement. The entrance that we just went through would be used for any maids that would be entering or exiting the house. They wouldn't use the front door as we would today, or even how we do on our tours, but they would come in through the side entrance, either upstairs or down here to the basement. As you can see, we have the furnace here, the boiler system, and a bathroom, which could be original to the house, the plumbing, but we're really not sure. So it was either added right away or a short time after the house was built. Right over this way, we have the original wash tubs. These wash tubs were used to do the Hume laundry. So the maids would do that here in the basement and have the running water. So we still use this water in the basement area for different projects. So again, our maintenance and preservation team, they do a lot of their work out of the basement. They even have an office down here. And so we have Matt Moore, who is the preservation manager, and then Dan, who is our maintenance for this site, part of the Lakeshore Museum Center. One of the really cool things about this office is this panel can be taken off the wall, and this is where an addition was put on by Mr. Hume. And during the restoration period of the house, all the old lighting and lamps, kind of more like ceiling lighting, was all put on the other side in this small space. So that's a really cool, kind of like a crawl space. It's not very tall. The ceiling is, from here, and it's about waist high. So just that small crawl space where some of the old lighting from the house ended up. We're going to walk back through this way. A couple years ago, we did a project on the foundation of the house, and with that, we saved the original bricks from the Hume house, and so they're stored right here. They just needed to be replaced. They're getting really old and just needed to be better secured. So the Hume bricks now rest here. On this wall we have a lot of paint. From driving by or seeing pictures of the Hackley and Hume Historic Site that there are a lot of paint colors on the Hackley house. There are 13 different paint colors, and on the Hume house there's 14 different colors. And this is the paint that helps paint them. So altogether 27 different colors of paint on the exteriors of the houses. And here's where the paint's stored now, but in a few minutes I'll show you where the paint was stored prior to the last couple of years. And this is the workshop. So the workshop here is really used for refinishing and repurposing, sometimes old lumber for the exterior of the house. Old lumber is really a lot better to replace on the exterior because of all the dry rot. And so we get a lot of dry rot on the exterior of the house each year just due to the harsh winters. You can see I want to show you that old where the paint used to be stored, and you might be able to see it across the way here. It's kind of like a paint by number back here. You can see all of the different individual colors with a number by it, and this is where the paint used to be stored. So then they'd keep the bucket of paint, right near the colors. That's kind of a cool thing we didn't want to cover up. And then back here is where a lot of our window restoration takes place. So again, rotting happens on all the windows throughout the historic site. And Matt and Dan are able to take those windows and restore them, and this is where that happens. So you can see over here we have a lot of pieces of glass. They use repurposed glass. We've gotten donations of old glass from old buildings or old houses. See that here. And I'm not sure which windows these are, but definitely part of the historic houses. They just replaced one really large window and refinished that in Charles and Julia Hackley's bedroom in the Hackley house. And so that was a winter project that is finally completed, but that was a really large window. So this staircase at the back of the house is used originally by the maids for their entrance into the kitchen. So we're going to use that staircase today as we end our all access tour. Enjoyed this all-access look into the Hume basement and all that is done to preserve the Hackley and Hume historic site. We also want to give you a huge thank you. This week our millage passed, and we're so thrilled to be able to continue our work here at the Hackley and Hume historic site in the Lakeshore Museum Center for the next 10 years. So thank you very much. And look for our videos over the next several weeks through this summer video series, and you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram and YouTube, and also check our website at hackleyandhume.org. Talk to you soon.